Hi ladies and gentlemen, I know it has been a while. I apologize as I was really severely sick the past couple of weeks, but that's okay because today we are back with another episode of the Super Chong Super Audio Show. Really though, I'm okay now. Anyways, today I'm going to talk about the top 3 balanced IEMs, and balanced IEMs are great for about 90% of whatever you're listening to, making them as versatile as a spork. Okay fine, maybe a spork is kind of like a spoon that you can poke, but at the same time, that can almost do everything. To me, balance is honestly a very wide spectrum of sound. I would define it as neutral, neutral warm, and neutral cold, all of which is a variation on a theme with just a slight different flavor. Now with that said, let me start with the first IEM, and I'm going to start off with a chifi. A while ago, I reviewed the Moondrop Quarks, and this is a cheap, no frills earphone from Moondrop that actually packs quite a big punch. This earphone is as simple as it gets. There isn't any interchangeable cable or even custom universal shape that is all the rage but also boring. Inside it is a 6mm dynamic driver. Mind you, for this pair of earphone at its price point, I believe it would be a great replacement if you have a very tight budget and want an upgrade over the usual earphones given to you with your phone, if they still give you that anyways. Now the Quarks is a nicely balanced pair that leans slightly warm. At its price, it actually sounds incredibly coherent. They have good detail for the price, but overall when comparing to other IEMs which cost quite a bit more than the Quarks, it does come up a bit short. But heck, what do you expect? It's already so cheap. Now based on the Quarks, it's actually done quite tastefully with a slight mid-bass bump. Quantity-wise, enough for it to be exciting. Details are sufficient at this price point. The best aspect of the Quarks is the mid-range. Vocals are full-bodied just like a good bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon. Might I add, one of the best in its price range as well. Treble extension is okay, it isn't stellar but provide enough of a balanced listening experience. They sound quick enough without much lingering resonances. Soundstage is present, albeit a little congested, but it is way better than other free buds that sound perfectly two-dimensional. It might not resolve all the details, but the Quarks have a lot of heart and does most things well for $12 US. Next up is the Kotori Audio Dauntless. It is a custom universal IEM that has its Kickstarter recently concluded. So it is not surprising that not many of you know this at this point of time, but I must say that with the neutral warm signature being the dominant signature for now, the Kotori Dauntless is a breath of fresh air. It has a balanced signature that leans slightly cold. This results in a fast and tight bass that has a good emphasis on upper mid-range and treble. The Dauntless comes in a custom universal shape made of black resin and is configured to have a 2-pin configuration. This cable supply contrasts with the chassis and it's really pretty being silver-plated copper. The Dauntless is blessed with good level of details, and in terms of signature, I would really liken it to the Final A4000 or the Etymotech ER4. Bass on the Dauntless has excellent extension in the sub-bass region that is followed up with a quick and fast kick to the mid-bass. Speed, not quantity, is the defining trait of the Dauntless. If you're the type of person who enjoys a bombastic quantity of bass, honestly, you can look away. But have a seat if you are a fan of bass with finesse. Mid-range is also delicious on both male and female fronts, accented through the reduced bass quantities that make them sound a little bit more prominent. Female vocals is slightly favoured here as well. Instruments that occupy the same mid-range frequency band such as pianos, guitars sound rather spacious. If your recording is mastered well, it will be defined on the Dauntless. Treble extension is effortless. Cymbals resonate naturally without being overly harsh with good decay to add. The neutral cold signature allows the Dauntless to have great soundstage for its price point with accurate and spacious positioning. And lastly, the BQEYZ Autumn. Best quality earphones for you with the Z at the back, or BQEYZ for short, recently launched the Autumn after my favourite season of the year. At the heart of the Autumn is a 13mm dynamic driver that is honestly quite big in the realm of earphones. The dual chamber design allows for the driver to have a little bit more consistent airflow, allowing it to breathe a little better. The Autumn comes in an honestly great build quality for the price point that has a CNC aluminum chassis. It has a 2-pin configuration for all of you who like to cable roll. Cable provided is also pretty nice as well. It also features interchangeable port filters to augment the quantity of bass that you experience. I will base my impression on the gold filter as it is the most balanced among the 3 options provided. No matter which filter you use, the Autumn is considered to be balanced, and changing the filters does not immediately make them a bass cannon or a bass anemic earphone. Bass on the Autumn is linear where the sub-bass blends seamlessly with the mid-bass with no overemphasis on frequencies. Timbre is also very natural and instruments sound very realistic without too much coloration. Bass is fast and quality is better than the Quarks mentioned previously. Mid-range again sounds natural and strikes a fine balance between warm and analytical. There is a large character to the vocals. Details in the mid-range is above average as you get lots of good nuances when listening seriously. Treble extends well without being overly harsh, which lends to be a comfortable experience. Soundstage-wise, it extends well with good reference to width and height. Depth and positioning is also fairly accurate with a natural character. This is overall a very mature sounding IEM coming from BQEYZ that is likened to much more expensive earphones. All in all, these are my picks for a balanced IEM. So if you're looking for balanced IEM, these are my top 3 picks at this point of time. I hope that this has been quite useful for you to discover new IEMs. Really though, I think everybody should just own at least one pair of balanced IEMs, as it will be one of the best jackknife in the audio world for you to enjoy your music. And anyways, with that said, if you like what you are seeing so far, please press the like and subscribe button. I think now somewhere is in the middle or something like that. And yeah, thank you guys so much. I couldn't do this without you. Anyways, I'm back and I'm alive anyways. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye now.